Mayor Kathi Hemken from the City of New Hope joining us once again for an update. Welcome, Mayor. How are you this afternoon?
Just fine, Dave. It's snowing outside. It's Monday, and I hope it's not going to last long.
Yeah, a little bit of change in weather happening here. Well, a lot to talk about within the city. Let's begin with an update about elections. We're getting towards the finish line of the election season. What are some reminders for New Hope residents?
Well, on Tuesday, the 20th of October, it'll be 2 weeks till the election. We have about 12,000 registered voters in New Hope, and we've sent out over 50% for absentee ballots, and we've got about 31% of those back. So if you've got an absentee ballot, please get it filled out, get it back. Don't wait till the very end to do that. You can't pre-register anymore online. That closed last week, but you can go into City Hall and register to vote. You have to have 2 pieces of ID. You have to have a driver's license, and if you have that with your current address, you can register right there. Otherwise, bring your driver's license. If it's got an old address, bring something like a utility bill that has your current address on it. So basically what they want is your name, a picture of you, and an address where you live. So those 2 things, and you can register, and then you'll fill out the form, get the absentee ballot. You can either take it home or you can vote right there and just give it to them or put it in the ballot box. If you don't want to come to City Hall, by the way, you come to City Hall between 8 and 4:30, Monday through Friday. But if you don't want to come to City Hall and you get it at home and you don't want to come during the day to bring it back, you can drop it off in that mail slot just left of the doors, and then it'll go into the mail, and then it'll go into the ballot box from there. So many, many ways to vote, and just get yourself registered. Don't wait till the end. They are going to have City Hall open on the 31st. That's a Saturday.
Okay.
From, I believe, 10 to 3, and you can go and vote then. And of course, you can always vote the 3rd of November at your polling place. And if you don't know where your polling place is, you can go on to mnvotes.org, and they'll tell you, put in your address, they'll tell you where you're supposed to go and vote.
And
so
you
there's
also
no
wanted
reason
to
why you
mention,
can't.
very good. You also wanted to mention there's still another chance to find out a little bit more about the candidates, and you just participated in a forum.
I did. We had a candidate forum with the 2 mayor candidates and the 3 city council candidates. That's going to be replayed where you can watch it on the city's website. You could also watch it on CCX Media. And Dave will put those, you'll put those out, won't you, those websites they can
Exactly.
go
See
to.
that right at the bottom of the screen. So ways to find out how to click in and watch that forum. Other things happening in the city. Let's talk about Hennepin County loan program. There is some money that is being worked through the city to help out. Tell us about that.
About $87,000. It came from Hennepin County. It is going into a grant program. So we've got 5 people that have applied for that, and there's 11 more that are waiting. So if you're interested in doing that, go on to, I have to look at this, Hennepin County Loan Program, and it'll tell you the requirements to get that money. It's basically money to help homeowners fix up their houses. There's some restrictions applied to it. There's income restrictions, and of course, how long you have to live in the house restrictions. But it's money, and if you need it to redo your repairs, it's a good place to look.
Very good. And again, more information on the city's website, newhopemn.gov. Let's talk about the monthly single family conversion to rental, something that the city is keeping an eye on and have some statistics about.
Well, we've been keeping an eye on this for a long time. It's how many houses, single family homes, get traded or changed into rentals, and how many rentals get traded back into a single family homes. So what's happened is 12 houses this month was switched from single family residents to rentals, and interestingly enough, 12 switched back from rentals to single family homes. So they're kind of keeping an eye on how that's going. There's a lot of stuff you have to do to become a rental from a single family home, but it's another way to keep your house in good shape.
All right, so a lot of information today related to residential properties. Next item, we want to talk about the available properties list. So again, another way the city's keeping an eye on things. Tell us about that.
The city staff has been really busy. They have lists of all the commercial and industrial properties in the city. They have a map at where they're located, and it's in a packet they're giving out to people that are interested, businesses that are coming in. So they can take the packet and look at what's available for either buy or to rent,
Okay.
and where it is in the city. And it's really helpful to get new businesses into the city that way.
Very good. So a business push there. Scattered site housing projects. We talk about these on a regular basis, and you've got a number of addresses to mention today. Take us through that list.
Well, I have to look at the list because it's quite long. On 45th in Louisiana, or 42nd in Louisiana, that's that empty lot right behind Cook Auto. So we tore down the house. We sold the lot to Great Homes, and we're going to close on that in November, and they'll start building as soon as we close. So I don't know if we'll get that house done before winter actually gets here or spring, but it's in the process.
Okay, very good. And let's move down to 4637 Aquila. What is happening there?
Well, there was a fire at that house, and so the two residents that lived there died. So that went into probate, and we're waiting for probate to get through so the house can be probated to the kids. And the kids have agreed to sell the house to the city. So we think it should be in the hands of the children by the end of the year. And then the city will make acquisition of that house. And then when we do that, we'll tear that house down like we do and fix up the land and sell it to a developer to put a house on it. You'll hear more about that in the coming days.
Very good. And let's move to 53rd in Oregon. We've talked about this property a couple times. What is the update there?
Well, that's the house we bought, and it happened to be, the lot was big enough, so we split the lots into two houses. One house is going to be closed on the end of November, and the other house they're just pouring the footings on. So the two brand new houses going on a spot where there was one rather distressed house.
And final note is the Habitat for Humanity area. This is on 47th Avenue. Give us an update on how that is coming along.
Well, that one, we're going to close on that sometime in November. We sell it to Habitat. They're going to refurbish it, and then they will sell it to the owners, the new owners of it.
Let's move ahead to business updates. The business networking group is busy as always. They had hoped to get together outside, but that's a little iffy. Tell us about that next meeting date, where people can find out where it will be for sure.
Well, October 21st, that's Wednesday at 2:00. We were hoping to meet outside at the pavilion at Civic Center. I kind of doubt they're going to be able to do that. So they'll find another place, and it might be in City Hall in the Civic Center conference room. I'm not sure. So go on the website, look and see where it is. You should be able to, as we're speaking right now, so they should be able to see where that is. And it's actually kind of nice to be on that call if you can. A lot of stuff gets discussed, and it's a lot of good information for business owners.
Very good. City's website, again, a place to find out where that is exactly happening. Let's move ahead to Meadow Lake. Talk about the drawdown there. We've mentioned it a few times that it's coming. What is the latest update?
Well, why they've got to do that is because the weeds get really bad, that pond scum or whatever they call it. And this is a way they think that they can control that. So they will draw down the water in the lake, and then they'll replace a pipe between the Meadow Lake and the golf course pond, so that the golf course pond will be part of this. They have to get DNA approval to draw that down. If they get it this year, we'll start like the end of October. If not, it'll be in 2021. We did apply for a grant for $40,000, and that'll pay for part of that, but not all of it. They do it slowly so that the turtles can have a place to relocate. I have no idea where the turtles relocate. And of course, the geese, they'll relocate going south. And all those pesky little fish that live in there, they'll just go away.
All right, more information to come.
That'll be exciting to watch.
Yeah, as that process happens, we'll keep you up to date. Let's hop ahead to Park and Recreation. Always a lot going on there, and something special coming up around Halloween time. What is that?
So on Saturday, the 24th of October, they're having the movie The Addams Family, and you can dress the little munchkins up at home and come. You have to pre-register for that. So the movie is going to be shown starting about 6:30 at the at City Center, where they'll put up a big screen. Bring chairs or blankets, dress warm, dress in your costumes if you'd like. I do believe, unless it's raining hard, they're going to put it on either way. So come to that if you'd like.
All right.
Now the golf course is
Yep.
still open. I don't know who's playing in the rain and the snow, but somebody is. They've lowered the price to $10. So it's open golf. You can get a tee time online, or you can simply call and get a tee time, but that'll still be open. Now, if you really think summer's over and you want to go to the winter sports,
Yep.
the ice arena is open. So you can go ice skating on Fridays from 6:30 to 8, Sundays from 4 to 6. It costs $5 a person to get in. I asked about the cost of renting skates because you can rent the skates there too. And they said it was $3. And I asked them if that was for one or two. And I meant one or two people, and they thought I meant one or two skates. But so you actually get a pair of skates.
Hopefully two. That would be good.
Hopefully two. So if you don't have skates or you have outgrown them, you can go in and rent them. The only thing, you have to pre-register because they can only let 25 people in at a time.
Sure.
And so you can pre-register, and you can also pay online, and you can also pay for the skates online.
Very good. Plenty of opportunities in the city. Final note we want to pass along. We've been following the process of the In Focus photo contest and applications coming in, and you had a big week here towards the deadline.
We did. Last week we talked about this. We had 5. This week, when the deadline came, we have 53. So we're excited. What'll happen now is we'll have a panel of judges that'll judge those photographs, and they'll pick the ones they think are best. And they'll also have a People's Choice Award, and that'll start on November 1st. So when you come in to vote to City Hall, if you'd like, you can vote there at City Hall. You can also vote online. I believe they'll have all the pictures online, and you can do it that way.
Excellent.
Don't
And
vote more than once, though.
sounds like a good idea. So the city's website, newhopemn.gov, the place to vote, and also the place to find out all of that other information coming up in the city. Mayor Hemken, thanks once again for your time. We will talk to you again next week.
Thanks, Dave. Have a nice week.
You too.